Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another crypto video. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content. Today we are going to be discussing some incredible insights on Hedera Hashgraph that we actually might learn a few things about these big companies that possibly could be a new governing council. Now, when I say that, I say it lightly. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily guaranteed or anything like that to become a governing council, but two of their governing council members, Wipro and also Deutsche Telekom, are labeled here and mentioned. So let's jump into this. So first off, this is coming from a Reddit user by the name of Sokino12. This actually got sent to me today multiple times. Actually, I got it tweeted to me and also sent in a DM. Now, this is regarding some patents that are under some massive names here. If we actually look, we see JPMorgan, Barclays, Alibaba, Motorola, Wipro, Samsung, eBay, Amazon, Deutsche Telekom, Sony, Visa, and Adobe. Now, we do see this is pretty much from the user. One of the users on the internet did some research on Google patents in 2020. I just searched Hashgraph and went through the findings. Looks like Hashgraph is on the radar for some pretty big companies. And we also see a couple of the companies that have patents pending, which referenced Hashgraph, are now on the council, Wipro and Deutsche Telekom. Anyways, none of this is to say that any of these big companies will become council members, just to say that large companies are aware of the Hashgraph technology. So if we actually look into some of these patents, for an example, this is JPMorgan. If we look here, this is for system and method of distributed ledger-based software supply chain management. Now, if we actually just read here, it's receiving from a software tool, metadata artifact for a software development lifecycle event, writing the metadata artifact to a metadata store, and updating a present state database with values for metadata keys referencing the metadata artifact in the metadata store. And I'm not going to read all of these for every single one. I'm just saying this is pretty much what is it going to be doing. And then we also see here, source data communication. This is for Barclays. Again, you guys could kind of read into this and kind of look at pretty much what it's going to be utilizing or looking or how it looks or anything like that. This is pretty much the images of how it would work. Now, I'm not going to go into too much depth on these, but just know that these are patents pending under Hashgraph technology, which is built by, or I should say, is created by Lehman, who is the CEO. We also see this is for Alibaba, detecting replay attack. This is the system and method for it. You guys can kind of read into this if you will. But I do want to say, this is saying obtaining at least one candidate transaction for adding to a blockchain, the obtained candidate transaction compromising a timestamp, verifying the timestamp, etc. Then we also see method to establish distributed ledger networks with multiple access levels for an incident. This is under Motorola. Again, you guys can kind of read this. A lot of this has to do with distributed ledger networks and also pretty much the technology. Now, we do see this is for Wipro, blockchain network and nodes for tracking device as a service operations. Sorry. Now, again, you guys can kind of see how this one would work and stuff like that. And then we also have this one for Samsung, machine learning on a blockchain. Again, this is pretty much how it would work. And then we also see adaptive security for smart contracts using high granularity metrics. This is for eBay. And we kind of already discussed why I think eBay, Amazon, and multiple other companies in e-commerce will essentially want to build on Hedera and kind of utilize the tech. Just to give you guys an update on that and pretty much why I believe that they will. It's more so for scalability and frictionless payments and pretty much instantaneous payment transaction settlements. Now, if we look here, this is Amazon again, digital certificate or certificate, sorry, with distributed usage information. Again, you guys can kind of see and look into this overall. This one is from Deutsche Telekom. Deutsche Telekom is on the governing council. We see management ecosystem of super distributed hashes. Now, I do want to say some of these are active and granted. For an example, this one was active and granted. A lot of these are pending. For an example, this is pending under Amazon, eBay, and then this one is for, I think, yeah, this one's for Samsung. This one is not pending, I believe. This is already kind of published. I don't know if this one is pending or not. It doesn't really tell us that. But this one is pending for YPro. So technically, it doesn't have to be fully active or anything like that to be in use fully. This could kind of just be an idea that is still patent pending. So it doesn't really mean anything. Just because, like, for an example, where is it? Just for an example, if Deutsche Telekom's is active, it doesn't mean that they become a governing council or anything like that, because I did see a comment saying, like, basically, like, that Deutsche Telekom's was active and pretty much it's on the governing council now. So doesn't that mean that all of these will be? No, it doesn't mean that. But we also see this is from Sony, secure decentralized video game transaction platform. We already know that, you know, Hedera is moving into video games. If we actually go over to their website, we see use cases gaming, build fairness into online games. This is more so for, you know, security and stuff like that as well. So this would actually be very interesting to see. This is more so transaction platform, so it's more so for like payments and stuff like that. I definitely could see this being utilized greatly. Again, this is pending. No update since 2019 of September. Then we also have Visa. I already kind of went into depth on why I think that MasterCard and Visa will most likely utilize a DLT, or decentralized ledger technology based company like Hedera or even like Ripple and stuff. It is more so for scalability and also to get rid of pre-authorized payments. As you guys know, that's basically how payments are settled in today's time, utilizing a debit card or a credit card. It's all pre-authorized payments. We kind of need to get out of that space because pre-authorized payments doesn't settle instantly. That's why you get, like, you know, if you check your bank account after making a payment, it says pre-authorizing. It takes days for it to actually settle, and I think that Visa and MasterCard could benefit greatly from building on Hedera. But we do see this is for digital fiat currency. Again, this is for like receiving and stuff like that of possibly CBDCs or tokenized currency. I think that this is actually going to be huge, and I think that this is not pending yet. So I don't know. Maybe this is already kind of in fruition, but maybe it's not. I don't know. Then we have the last one. This is from Adobe, contribution of multi-party data aggregation using distributed ledger technology. And then again, you guys could pretty much see how all of these would work. Now, these are incredible patents and massive companies overall. Like, for an example, Adobe, I deal with Adobe every single day. I use Photoshop and stuff like that. I use a ton of Adobe products. Adobe is a huge company. They're not only in like design and stuff like that. They are a massive company. But we already know Visa, MasterCard, I wouldn't be surprised if they're utilizing this tech. Adobe, I don't know what Adobe could really benefit from this overall, but who knows. I do think that Amazon and eBay could benefit greatly. Sony could most likely benefit as well, considering the fact that they're trying to do this with possibly PlayStation, because PlayStation is owned by Sony. Deutsche Telekom already on the governing council, so we don't really need to look into this mostly, but this is already active, which is the management ecosystem of super distributed hashes. So this is already in fruition. Now, when we look at Amazon and stuff, I could definitely see Amazon and even eBay utilizing some sort of technology, you know, within distributed ledger technology as well for more scalability, kind of get that, you know, full-on authorization of data and also payments to really kind of settle them quickly and more scale. But this is actually interesting because this is digital certificates include pointers to remote certificate information stores that maintain usage information associated with digital certificates. The pointers provide a mechanism for enabling the remote certificate information stores to be queried for usage information associated with a particular digital certificate. The usage information can be used to determine a validity of the digital certificate. So this is more so, I actually don't know what this is mainly utilized for. I suppose it's just kind of securing. So yeah, it's more so securing the server. I could see this working with AWS, which is Amazon's web servers. So who knows? I mean, we really have to look into this more, and I would most likely have to research this more. But I could definitely see Amazon utilizing Hashgraph technology for more so their payment system and stuff like that, but also for possibly security as well. So I definitely think that Amazon is a big name for anything like this. And Amazon's been mentioned multiple times by Lehman and also Hedera overall, so I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon is working with them. Now again, going back to eBay as well, I think eBay could benefit greatly, and a lot of these technologies and companies could. I'm not going to read too much more into this. I do have one more tweet that I want to talk to you guys about, and that is from Coinman the H Barbarian. Shout out to him, as you guys already know. This is wind of change after discovering what Africa's largest bank will be using HBAR 4 tokenized bond exchange on Hedera, an SB Group stablecoin, self-sovereign ID, cross-border payments, forex settlement, MIT partnership, tokenized commodities. These are all huge, especially when we look into most of these, like for example, cross-border payments. Again, it's kind of putting to rest, if you will, XRP. We do see the stablecoin, which the stablecoin would be huge as well because a lot of money will move over a stablecoin. A lot of these are incredible, especially this MIT partnership, because we do know MIT is currently working with the Fed on the digital dollar, or the CBDC, as Jerome Powell announced. So this is actually huge. But I wanted to include this just because when we look at this, this is, you know, massive utility, massive use cases as well for Hedera and HBAR for a whole. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below on a lot of this information. I think, you know, at the end of the day, HBAR is going to be a massive project. It's going to be a massive hold. I'm happy holding it. I have no stress about the price or anything like that. Like, you know, oh, it's not moving or anything. I'm not too worried about that at all. So let me know what you guys think, especially about the patents idea. I could definitely see some of these coming to fruition on the governing council. Again, it's not a guarantee that all of these will or any of them will, besides, of course, YPro and Deutsche Telekom. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. As always, that you all have a beautiful day and also a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. Definitely look at my Twitter at NCashOfficial to get more free content, as well as check out the free Discord down in the description below. It's been Nick. Peace out.